Ooh.
Woo!
Hello and welcome to Wednesday Night Onlyfigs. I am your host, Mr. Modern Toy Fair, and I am joined by the founder of the Neca Illuminati, the YouTube wife, the delayer of shipments, the procrastinator of pre-orders, Mrs. Modern Toy Fair, Jarmar _games. But that's not all. I'm also joined by the man Modern Toy Fair has full custody over, the man Optimus Prime popped in who refuses to stop, the Twilight Knight, the master of mech, the three-pump chump of taking this show off the rails, Nate. How you guys doing this week?
What's up?
Hello.
I am wonderful. I am wonderful.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
totally
to
paying
hear.
attention right now.
I couldn't
Yeah, I can
couldn't
tell.
be better. I don't think.
Really?
You could
Yeah.
always be better.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
I don't
I
think
could
so.
have $1 million, so I could always be better.
No,
No?
no,
I can't have $1 million.
Money wouldn't make you. It wouldn't
No.
make you happy.
Yeah, it would.
no.
I've got
No.
like 107 problems, and money would fix 140 of them.
Wow.
Maybe it
That
would
is
help you with your
quick
math. You could afford a tutor at that point.
Exactly.
so
See, everything would be better with money. Jake said Nate put a shelf in front of his shelf.
It's technically a shelf in front of my wall,
Fair.
but yeah.
Is there a
Um,
shelf on the other side?
Is there an
No.
elf on the other side of
Oh,
your
okay.
shelf?
Possibly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But is it a Will Ferrell elf, or is it that creepy little elf that's going to kill you in your sleep?
Probably that one.
Oh,
Probably that
that's
one.
unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a Will Ferrell elf. Mostly because as I'm putting up my vintage collection stuff, I had to move this thing out of the way, and I was like, hey, I'll put it behind me, and I will
Put some stuff
be
on
able to put some recent pickups on there, and then I didn't totally block and fill the frame like I wanted it to, so
Mhm.
we'll see if it's still here next week.
I mean, I'll be honest, had you given me a heads up, I would have just, fixed your frames so that way you were zoomed in a little bit, so that way it could have done it.
Are you
I
doing
don't think
that
anybody
live?
wants to get. I don't think.
I
Anybody
mean,
wants to get
I'm
that close.
fixing it because for some reason the frames aren't framed up right, so you can see the little like rim of our stuff like blinking when we talk from Discord. Because I noticed it on yours while we were in the middle of recording, but luckily you decided to turn into the Discord or the OBS logo abruptly, so it was like in the middle of
it was
all
a
that
ninja
I was
star.
able to fix it. Where Nate's,
So-
I'm doing it live.
What you're saying is you're doing a rim job here on the air.
Yes, yes, I am.
It was actually on both of us.
Yes. Well, technically
Yeah,
yours was
impressive.
last episode. His is this
Ah,
episode.
that's right.
You're-
There had to be some
You're
recoup
rimming
time.
us. You're rimming us as we speak.
Jeez.
I think it more of edging.
No wonder we don't get paid.
I'm thinking more edging than rimming, but I
Oh, it's
appreciate-
more of an edging.
Yeah, it's more of an
Okay.
edging than a rimming thing.
Okay.
So why are we here again? That's right. We're here to play the numbers game and show off the shit we wasted our money on. I need to scratch out these boobs so that way I don't get confused and have the same number twice.
Those were
Yeah.
awful boobs, just so
They
you know.
were not great, but they had to make them look like an 8. Nate, what are we? Wow, I just rhymed like 6 words in a row. I don't like that. What's the number range are we doing?
Let's just do 1 to 100.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck, now I have to remember. Oh man, there's so many different options. I don't like it. I'm not gonna go with the obvious one because I always lose when I pick that.
420.
Okay.
No,
'Cause
that's
that's more than
that's
100.
the more than 100. Fuck, I also have to remember how to rate backwards. Shit, that's so. That is that. So that means it's the opposite way. So that, and then that. I think that looks wrong. So it must be right. All right, I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
I thought you were already showing us the
Oh.
number. I'm like, okay.
Don't
All
know
right.
what it
Which
is.
number is it? Which number is it? Jeez.
I
What a
like-
mess.
You're right.
I'm
Jake.
never gonna not use this thing.
You're gonna eventually run out of space. You have to like get a whiteout marker to be able to write over top of it. All right, 3, 2, 1.
It's the purple. 69.
Fuck you. 50 Shades. Damn it.
I knew 69 was the number you were talking about, so I was like, how funny would it be if I won with the
I'm
number that you
so pissed off.
didn't want to use?
Also, Jake's right. I should have done 88. Had just 2 sets of boobs.
2 boobs. Yep.
Well, it's 4 boobs. 2 sets.
Two sets, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think boobs with an S implies that it's 2. Because you'd say boob.
Because boobs always comes in pairs.
Not
They're like
always.
Not always.
Not always. Just like not everyone has feet.
Not everyone has 2 balls.
Not everyone.
Michael knows because he
Generally-
sold it for his Mafex pre-orders.
Definitely, I would say predominantly 2 boobs.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes 4.
But you
depending
wouldn't
on-
say like there's 4 boob. You'd say there's 4 boobs.
No.
Or you wouldn't say there's
Right.
5 boob. You'd always use the S because it's plural. So therefore, saying
Right.
2, there's 2 boobs.
Well, you would always.
still
say
look- I'm
boobs
still looking
unless
at
you're
2
talking
boobs.
About 1 boob.
Exactly. So that's what I'm
The
saying
only-
is
the
that
only-
doesn't imply
Well, if
it's
you're
a pair.
like, I just saw a boob. That
A
means you
boob.
pulled out
I
one.
always.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying anytime you-
And
And
sometimes that's actually more
2 pairs.
exciting to just
Yes.
see one.
I was just
Sometimes
I,
it's better
this all started just because of
Actually-
a joke because you left out the pair part. You just said 2 boobs, and I was
Ah.
saying
It's
that's
also-
4 boobs.
yeah. All right, let's get moving before I start showing some underboob.
And you
I
know,
mean, in that
last
case, let's not get
episode
moving. Let's make some
we
money.
talked not last episode, the episode that comes out after this. We talked about our
Friday's
demographic.
episode. Make sure to go to
Yeah.
youtube.com/Modern Toy Fair where we talk
And if
about
you
reuse
right
and action
here-
figures.
you can click literally right here in the Twitch window, and it'll take you to the future when the video posts.
Yes.
Just be careful when you click it because you will skip a couple
If
days.
you also if you
And we're
don't
not,
click
you
the
know.
right spot, it'll just take you to a bunch of ad sites that link all your money to Jarmar.
Also,
so click
not
here.
responsible. not responsible for any butterfly effect that may occur.
Yes.
That is true. That is very true. Yeah. So much like Marvel Legends, my weekly purchase is a retool from last week's weekly purchase. Which, if you're curious what I'm referring to, just check out Friday at 10 a.m.
No.
The episode will go
11 a.m.
live. 11 a.m. I didn't even know it was the time frame. At 11 a.m. the episode will go live at twitch.tv. No, at youtube.com/Modern Toy Fair, where we talk about how it's retooling too much. Something like that.
Is reuse? Is there too much
reuse too
Yes.
much. Retooling, reuse, whatever. I really wasn't even there for that.
Remind me
episode,
that
so-
when we eventually get ads to never have you read them.
No, see, that's the thing. You gotta
Oh,
be crazy in the ads.
Always have them.
Yes.
Always have him read them.
Oh, we used to make him
There-
read on an old podcast we did because he'd struggle through it and he'd laugh the entire time and he hated every moment of it. It was called Jamar's Reading Corner.
And it was the most obscene, insane things that
Yeah, there was a real fucked up story about some turtle dicks. It was a whole thing.
Oh, love it.
So yeah,
Turtles are great.
like I was alluding to, I do have an exciting story, but yeah, I just have
Hey,
the
you
Last
finally got
Ronin,
him. I forgot
which
about that.
He does have feet, so we could use this one as like our first exclusive OnlyFigs.
There's the
page.
thumbnail. Hashtag
Action,
OnlyFigs.
action feet, action feet. I'm sure we'll make a lot of money on that.
Plastic
I'm not
toes.
even
Plastic
But
toes,
yeah,
but
so-
real hose.
This is honestly like Michael said, this is a
Succulent
contender for
toes.
like just a top fucking NECA figure.
Yes.
Which again, NECA's just so good at fucking making Ninja Turtles.
They're good at
in my
fucking.
opinion. Like they're really, I don't know what they do on the weekends or during the week or that, every birthday. I don't know.
Every
I don't,
birthday, damn.
yeah, you never know.
Jamar,
But
do you only get it on your birthday?
no, I just want to include everybody. That's all.
I took a different direction. I was thinking more like all of the NECA staff gets together for an orgy on everyone's birthday instead of like having cake at the office. They all just get together and have an orgy.
I should have came down here on my birthday, down here to my basement to see what was happening.
Oh yeah, you weren't invited. It was just
It was
us
just
having
us.
an orgy on your birthday.
Yeah, and by orgy we mean just two of us looking at each other on a webcam. But hey,
Oh, okay.
So this story is not even that interesting now that we discussed having an orgy for Nate's birthday. But so
he wasn't invited to.
That was
it's a
exciting.
huge victory for those out there watching in Twitch space. It was a huge victory for me to get this figure because it was held up in customs for a lot of times. I got letters in the mail from the FBI asking me what was in the package and just weird stuff overall. So it was extremely crazy, and I'm gonna tell you why I will never go through this experience again. Okay,
Mhm.
because I
Where
am
did
the
you
type of
order it
person
AliExpress.
from AliExpress.
Oh, okay.
So I am completely off the AliExpress bandwagon. Michael, more, luck to you. Hopefully you get your figures fast. But I am not doing it anymore.
My shirtless Ronin's already in New York.
Yeah, so here's the thing. One, it took entirely too long for me to order it at the exact same time Michael did, and somehow mine's is in customs for like 2 weeks. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. But then, actually, I received my package, and it looked cool. It was good. I was like, awesome, this is dope. And the bubble wrap looks cool. Okay. And then I opened my package, and then I realized why it was taking so long. And customs, not because they were worried what was inside, they just forgot about it and ran over it like 6 times. So this is the box that I opened when I got it out of my package. Pretty much like I honestly don't know how this survived.
Fucking Neca figures are built to last, baby. That if you pose them wrong, they'll break, but you step on them and that shit will fucking last.
And I'll try to spare you.
Your shipping box was okay?
Oh, so they'll come in a box.
They don't ship it in a box.
So you know those bubble things that Neca uses?
Or like Big Bad Toy Store, you get them in the package.
Yeah.
Well, I've gotten it from
I'm saying the NECA has those actual like bubble like packages they put inside the box, where it's like formed around the box. I've never gotten that from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, well, when I ordered NECA stuff, I've gotten it from Big Bad Toy Store. So maybe that's why.
It comes in that, but then it comes essentially in a bubble mailer.
So someone took the time out of their day to just completely smash.
I mean, yours went to
this is
a
my
fucking backyard wrestling match.
Like,
oh my god!
I'm just impressed that nothing was broken on the figure. Not even like a fucking scratch or anything. Accessories all in perfect condition. Nothing.
They're going in the trash anyway.
That's true. It's very true. Well, I mentioned to Michael and Wesley that it's a bummer because normally I use I use the box to keep my accessories from NECA, but now that the box is trash, I'm just gonna throw these in the trash too. So
yeah,
fuck these things. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I'm just gonna wait, until the shit's here and I can just buy it on a shelf. I don't know. It wasn't necessarily worth it for me to get a destroyed box. The funny thing is I reached out to like the seller and I was like, hey, like my box was like completely trashed, like damaged. Is there anything? And he was like, I mean, it's translation, I'm assuming. But his response was, what do you want me to do? I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. You're right. I don't know. And then he goes, just, submit it, like dispute, the track or the order. So I disputed it, got a response right away from AliExpress instantly. They were like, yeah, we're sorry that happened, blah, blah, blah. We're going to give you back $6. And I was like, is that for the box? I don't know how this works. I feel bad. I don't want to like demand my money back.
Because you got what you
wanted.
But
it also is like, if it was broken, I would only get $6 back.
Well, if it was broken, you'd have other avenues because you could have gone through your credit card or PayPal or whatever you.
Well, yeah, I ordered it through PayPal, and I wonder even if it's still like, I don't know, if I just send this to PayPal and just be like, yo, I just ordered this. This is what I got back. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But I don't know. All I know is I'm just legitimately just cool on the AliExpress train. I'll just keep ordering knockoff cases and/or random shit I find on TikTok from AliExpress. But I'm gonna keep my figure purchase to a minimum there.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Hey,
yeah,
man, I'm
support
at a 100%
local
ratio so far. Actually, 200% ratio. Or no, I guess it would be still 100%. It's both Sqaush and Last Ronin came in without a problem. Both came in within like 3 weeks of ordering them. And my shirtless Last Ronin is already in the States.
Did you just double the percentage because you had two things? Okay, we gotta at least make this channel make some money just so you can take some tutoring classes. I was like, what do you mean 200%?
I did correct myself. I did correct myself. I said 200%. No, that'd still be 100%.
No, that's fine.
I did catch myself.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be jealous when you get things earlier, and, that's fine. But I'm definitely just going to pause it, save it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I just wonder, what would you do if you were in a box collector? Would you just...
I mean, if you're an inbox collector, you're probably not ordering from AliExpress, because at that point you probably
That's
don't care about
fair.
getting it early. I at
Yeah,
least
that's fair.
have the reasoning of, you know, I've got to get reviews out to
Yeah.
try to keep up with everyone else in order to, you know, make it so it doesn't flop, like especially with NECA stuff. NECA stuff, the reviews, unless you're a big channel, don't do great unless it's something that like is everyone's losing their shit about. Like when we were dealing with the debacle of the Turtles in the Skies pack, that was such a hot topic that fucking review was insane. Krang, Android Body, and Metalhead, when those were hard to get, those were being Googled regularly, so those did well. But your average NECA figure doesn't do very well. Like Last Ronin figure, it's doing decent, but it's still not like doing anything like crazy.
It's still very niche-y.
The Slash figure is dead in the water. It didn't even, last I checked, it didn't even break 100 views. So it, not all of them can be winners.
I can't say I'm not surprised.
I'm a little bit, just because people were so excited about the Archie line. I figured it would at least have enough people, because like everyone lost their shit when Veebs and Robo got to look at him early. So I'm like, okay, well then those same people win this. So maybe we'll get a resurgent when he's already started hitting the States. So at this point, I'm pretty sure it's just not as much hype.
No go, yeah.
I
would just think that it would be more. I don't know why we're talking about this anyways, but I just feel like it would make more of the turtles themselves, like probably would make a bigger splash. But then those ones are like Last Ronin's a very specific audience.
Yes.
Of like,
but it's also, that was also the most popular turtle comic in a long time, because that shit sold out to the point where they had to reissue it like twice.
That's true.
Like I feel like I said, that one's doing well. It's just not doing gangbusters. Like it's not doing as well as some of the Mafex ones I do, or some of the old Mezco ones I used to do. So it definitely it's hard to break into some of those other audiences. Marvel Legends is another one where like unless it's a very specific popular figure, it's not worth my time. Like I did the Doc Ock 2-pack with him and Silk. It did okay, but my fucking video of installing the arms, the new tentacles on his back that has been done 1,000 times, did five times better than that actual review of the figure did. So it's a weird thing, the YouTube algorithm is. But is that are you finished?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
I didn't want to start. I didn't want to
like
start
I said, 100%
mine but
retooling.
wait, there's more.
Oh wait, I did get no.
So I have a few things. One of them's technically old, but it's new to me because I was waiting for it to come from Arizona because I forgot to change the address on my pre-order. That is the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Super Heroes Vegeta, which I have very mixed feelings about this figure.
That?
I don't think I showed it, did I?
No,
Yeah,
I really,
did.
Yeah,
I know. I remember you did in the box. I thought I saw it loose. Maybe not. Okay, I'm making this up.
No, maybe someone will point.
Sorry,
out
I interrupted.
I didn't think I did, but because I thought because I was gonna show it off, I think last week when it showed up, but I forgot to. So I was like, well, it's gonna be this week's thing then. But I'm very torn on it because like I like it, but his like new torso feels a little bit too tall to me. And I'm not sure how I feel about the like. I really like the extra lines on the face, but I think that because there's not that all over the entire figure, it's a weird to me, and I need to get used to it.
Can you
I don't think you'll be able to see it, but you can see like his brow, like they actually have the lines there instead of just like it's just like a lot more like in your face. Which when you see that, we're conditioned like the NECA figures. Those when they have the line work like that, it's all over the figure, not just on the face. And I think that's why it's catching me off guard. But it's a really cool figure. I love it. I hope that we get a new Majin Vegeta that is a better one than the one we had before. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Was there a problem with Majin Vegeta? I thought that one was pretty good.
My only problems with him was one, his costume. I don't know what the fuck to call it. His jumpsuit was too light of a blue, and it felt like he had these big jacked arms and this itty bitty torso. He had kind of
how Vegeta's built.
Well, Vegeta had more of like that high waist though, where like it felt like he was Urkel and he had his hips were up by his fucking titties, and then he fucking boosted out for this. Like, it literally looks like he has an hourglass figure, and it's just very odd. I'm like, Vegeta, why are you so
odd
curvy?
Is that people are still simping on Vegeta when he's done literally nothing.
Oof, coming out for. I would have been fine if he. Well, never mind. That's a weird take, but not if he died. But like, I really like the fact that he sacrificed himself, and then he still like came back. I guess it was the like,
It was the Boo saga.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, if it would have just been the end of his story, that would have been so cool. Like, he really like went out caring about people.
That would imply that Dragon Ball is ever gonna go away. We're gonna be dead, and they're gonna be doing fucking Dragon Ball XYZ Super V, where Goku's 110, Chi-Chi's been dead for 40 years, but he goes to Otherworld to visit her every now and then.
Smart move, though. No one ever dies, so
exactly. I mean, Goten's still gonna be 10 years old. So my other two purchases. So this one, I guess a little bit of story time for me. Last Saturday, I did go to Toy Hio. It was fun but disappointing because there was a lot of hype built up around it over the past couple of years, and first off, the only three things I wanted to find, I didn't find, which was shocking to me. All I wanted to find was the Marvel Legends Gambit, Rogue, and Storm on the retro cards. Not a single fucking vendor had those. They all had the same stupid ass Spider-Man shit that's been on Walmart shelves and everything for the past 6 to 10 months. Mm-hmm. And then anytime I found anything else that I was like, oh, I wouldn't have thought to look for that here, it was double the price it is online. So I'm like, well, why the fuck would I do that? Like, there was a booth that had some of the new AEW figures, and there was one I wanted. And I went to look at the price, and it's $20 plus shipping on Ringside Collectibles. They wanted $40 for it. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Well, did you haggle? Did
no,
you say
because
like,
why would
hey?
I fucking haggle with you? If you're going to fucking charge double what I can get it for online, like, no, I'll give my money to somewhere else at that point. Like, if he would have had it for 35, I would have probably been like, okay, I'll haggle him down to 30. But, like, there's no way he was going to drop it $10.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair. I always say with some of these shows that, like, you go to, when they have it, like, at their absolute highest, it kind of pushes you away in a sense of, like, well, I'm not even going to ask.
Yeah, because if they have it at a price where I'm like, okay, I could reasonably get you to come down, then sure. Yeah. But for me to get it for even 30, which would have been still more than I would have paid with shipping, I would probably have had to buy more than one, and I had no interest in buying more than one. So I was just like, I have a list of things I want to order from Ringside anyway. It just makes sense to hold off and get it from there. And holding off has worked because he was $26 on Ringside, and he's down to 20 now because he's not selling well. So I'm like, cool. But anyway, so afterwards, I didn't purchase anything at that toy show. I was very sad about that. Yeah, nothing.
I can tell because you're sending me messages. Hey, you need this.
Yeah, I was just like, well, someone's got to fucking find something because Wes is getting like 80 things and I'm getting nothing. So then we went back to my car at Target, and we went inside just to see if they had anything, and they did have something. I'd been looking for this for a while, and it was one of those things where I wasn't gonna go out of my way to get it, but if I came across it, I'd buy it. And it is the NWO WWE Elite Macho Man figure, or not Elite, Ultimate Macho Man figure. So it's that Macho Man from the 90s when he was in WCW and he was a bad guy with the Macho Madness, and that was my Macho Man as a kid. So I have him, and I have Hollywood Hogan. I'm hoping to get Kevin Nash and Scott Hall if they ever make them in that Ultimates line. But yeah, I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll get that. I thought you were done with wrestling figures except for Punk. Man, it's one of those things where I want to get out, but they keep pulling me back in. So I've got it to a point where there's only select people I want. So like I want some of the NWO guys just because, you know, NWO is the pinnacle of that time of wrestling. Punk, obviously, he's my favorite, so I'd keep him. I do want a MJF figure because he's probably one of my favorite current guys. Or no, he is my favorite current guy, really. So I want to get him. And I there's a guy named Luchasaurus that I just love his gimmicks, so I have to have him as well. He is a like 6'5" tall lucha guy who is also a dinosaur. Like his mask is literally a fucking like triceratops with horns and shit and scales.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck it, that's just too cool to not be into. But yeah, so there's I'm not going ham. I'm not going back to where I was 2 years ago with having the ring and everything set up. I'm just gonna get a handful of people who are like specific and call it a day. My last one though is just another example of Mafex just annihilating my wallet since I've been back in Ohio. So I've got more on the way, but that is the classic Iron Man, which I'm not a huge fan of the classic look normally, but this figure looks fantastic, and he came with the giant fucking cannon, and that was enough for me. I was like, all right, let's do it, because I don't imagine they're going to do a modern version that isn't MCU for a very long time, and since they're doing Thor and Cap, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do a Classics Avengers to go with my X-Men. I'll make that work. But yeah.
Quick question. Is that canon?
No, it's not. I don't think. I'm pretty sure he didn't have that proton cannon at that point, which is also why it was so weird when they announced it. I'm like, I guess if you really want to twist someone's arm, you could say like, oh well, in Marvel vs. Capcom, you could change the costume as like variant costumes and stuff. But like that's a huge like, twisting of the arm to go that direction. But yeah, I don't think he had the proton cannon when he was in that costume.
Well, another thing I was going to say is, would you by chance have a review for that?
I do. And if you go to youtube.com/Modern Toy Fair, that is currently up now. You also, if you were watching this on the replay on next Wednesday on our YouTube channel, I will link it at the end, or fuck it, I'll try to remember the timestamp and put the little card thing
right
above for you to click it and go watch that video when you're done. It'll be above. I don't think I can put it down there. At the end of the video, it'll be right there, though. At the end of the video, it'll be right there. Not right there. It'll be next to you, though.
Click right here.
The other side.
By your nose.
Click right here.
Sure, one of those. That is, I do have one more purchase. It's not a toy-related purchase, but it is really cool. So I'll
allow it.
I really, really, really liked the movie Bullet Train. So I got the Steelbook, and it's all pretty, and I love it.
Oh, okay.
I
was hoping you just pulled out a fucking train.
Like, I'm now a huge fan of Thomas the Tank Engine.
I want all trains.
Thank you, Jake. 34-minute mark. Thank you. Keep in mind that might be inaccurate based on, because I usually cut the beginning off except for the ooh-woo part where we have the Onlyfigs logo up, but that helps, so thank you. Nate, so what do you got? Because I feel like you've probably got a lot. I saw shopping bags. It was like a montage in a 90s movie, or early 2000s movie.
Yeah, no, I had some shopping bags, but didn't have a ton of stuff.
It's big things.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go like smallest to biggest here. So the smallest item I actually picked up today, out in my travels. So this is a Transformers Legacy Bomb Burst.
The name.
I don't know how much I want to get into like the specifics, but he was a
is it questionable?
1 Pretender, and I bought a little version of him not that long ago. I'm sure you could go back within the last 6 months. I had a littler version of him, but this one is the new version, and so now I have this. So there's that. Yeah.
Keep an eye out for him on the next Woke or Noke.
Yeah.
Wait, is this? Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the Super 7 Godzilla. This is the 1957 version. I have seen these. Yeah, I have seen these out at places. I think what I'm going to do with these, because reaction, they're $18.
Never mind, I'm less interested.
Ooh, yeah.
You lost me there. I was like, ooh, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then I heard $18. I'm like, never mind.
I think they do have a Mecha Godzilla.
So
you might want to pick up that one. But I think
sideways.
I'm just gonna get the Godzillas in this.
That's
and
fair.
you know.
But see, if I
But
get Mechagodzilla, then I have to get a Godzilla.
yeah. So, but I'll keep him packaged like this because it's awesome.
Mhm.
I do love the card art; it's really cool. And this will go with all my other scales of Godzilla figures. See what I did there? So the next thing I have might be sort of confusing for people if they've been watching for a long time. But I have here 3 Red Ninjas.
That's called long-term storytelling.
Yeah. So these were mine that I bought I don't know, probably 2 years ago or whatever. And then at some point last year, Michael was interested in them, so I sold them to him at a really great price. And then he had them for display for a while, and then he was like, you know what? I think I'm done with these. For any reason, do you want them back? And I went, yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I kind of wish I didn't sell those because I did like them. But I was like, yeah, they went to Michael. It's fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But then when he was getting rid of them, I was like, yeah, I'll definitely take them back. So he sold them back to me for what I charged him. If you notice on this one, though, I also have my other purchase here that Michael hooked me up with. He is holding a joint, which is lit and smoking. So I have my little bag of toy joints.
Lit.
Well, it is lit.
Yeah,
I know. I
lit.
thought you were like, it is lit, and I was like, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. It's lit. It's lit.
Getting that younger demographic in there.
Yeah. Woo. Yeet.
Oh my god, this episode's gonna have so many things I need to cut up for TikTok. Oh god.
Yeah.
Just have Nate saying yeet on repeat.
Yeah. Just have me say cool things that the kids don't say anymore. You know what was funny? My wife and I, we were cooking tonight, and we were messing with the Amazon Music on the Alexa. I didn't want to say we were messing with Alexa because that sounds weird.
Sounds like a really good time to be cooking.
Right. So we were putting shit on like Michael Bolton and Peebo Bryson and shit like that because that is the music that 40-year-olds listened to when we were teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm 44 now and I don't listen to anything like that. Like, I like cool music still. And yet, I just, because like her mom loved Michael Bolton. It's like, when you were 40, like that's the shit you listened to. Like my dad, even who grew up on great music and experienced it firsthand, listened to some real shit when he was in his 40s. I was like, what is going on here? So that was humorous. That's a little side story, by the way. But the next thing I have here.
Which one is this?
Is
There's
another,
so many like 40th anniversary things I can't keep up.
I thought you was playing a joke and showing us the same.
Yeah, I thought he was doing my Didn't you show this last week?
It was funny because I went to GameStop and they were doing their 50% off clearance and they had that Ahsoka figure and I almost bought a third one and was going to show it off this week and be like, but legitimately, I did buy this week. But if my wife was with me and she was like, you have 2 of those, don't you? And I was like, yes.
You're like,
but she's like,
for a bit.
Right, because she's like, so one is for you to put on the wall, and I was like, and she's like, the other one's for display, What would you do with the third one? It'd be a bit like, yeah, it's probably not worth it.
I keep thinking that like for Christmas when you do a gift exchange, so that way I can just make sure that me and Jarmar both get Ahsokas for each other.
That's what I was gonna say, like 50% off of like the $20 price. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Or is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was like less than that. It was like like 13, so it would only been like $7. But so yeah, this is one of the many. Mattel is just knocking it out of the park with these awesome Masters of the Universe releases. And honestly, before I tell you what it is, I mean this one might be the best packaging yet. So I had showed I had showed previously the He-Man on television 4-pack that came in the little mini television, but inside that box is this box.
Oh shit!
Which I
think I know what this is.
Yeah, so this is like the emblem that's on the front of the Grayskull door, and it opens very awesomely, like this.
Ooh.
And then it houses inside the 40th anniversary He-Man. No, the 40th anniversary He-Man and Skeletor. What did you think it was?
I thought it was the movie ones.
No, those are not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, even cooler. So what I really like about this packaging too is it mimics a like 2-pack vintage figure set that came with like a book and tape back in the day. The way they're packaged like this, but then you pull this off, and you can actually get at the figures, and it comes with then all their accessories. It comes with reproductions of 2 of the original mini comics, and the weapons are actually like in a pseudo metal. Like they're really cool.
I've seen I think I saw Robo review these, and he was like clanging them together and shit, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Like this is the power sword, and you can't really. But yeah, this is dangerous. Like this is not for children. This is a metal sword. It's not like sharp or anything, but
like you threw it at someone's head, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it could be a letter opener, if nothing else. And it also came with this sweet ring that I told my wife that I was going to wear.
And she was like, "You're not going to."
It's not a fanny pack.
Yeah, she's like, "You don't even wear your wedding ring, but you're going to wear that." And I was like, "Well,
maybe
you're like that is your wedding ring, yeah."
Yeah,
like you're just waiting for a badass one to come out.
Yep.
Time to renew your vows.
Nate's gonna be walking around fucking selling beer with this fucking pimp skull ring on his hand.
I told her, I was like, wearing that ring is going to keep ladies away way stronger than a wedding ring would.
They're like, are you? Never mind. Never mind.
Or they might think he has money, because that's like a thing like some of those rich like douchebag guys do. They wear a bunch of like bulky rings.
Yeah. So that's the back of it. So another very cool 40th anniversary release for He-Man. So if you like Masters of the Universe as much as I do, jump on that. But you'd have to get it on eBay, because that was, I think, from their San Diego release. Friend of the show, the BFC, he picked that up for me. And then finally, this was a thing I picked up in my travels last week, and I was pumped to get this because I don't see it in this type of shape. As you well know, that I get into the Star Wars vintage collection, and for a while there, they did these special sets from Target to mimic the original special action figure sets. And this is the original 3-pack that was a Target exclusive. Yes, look how large this set is.
Oh shit!
That's so excessive.
Like
it's a 3-pack.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
It's a 9-pack.
It's a tri-pack.
Yeah. So you get the which one is this one? This is the Hoth Rebels. So you get Han Solo and a Rebel soldier and FX7, and then you get the Bespin Alliance, which comes with FX7. Fuck 7. You get the Bespin Wingguard.
Not to be confused with fuck 1 through 6.
Yep. And Luke, and then this is the Imperial set. For whatever reason, comes with 4LOM, AT-AT driver, and TIE fighter pilot. So these do mimic the layout and figure selection that came in the original vintage versions, but this was from 2010, and so I can hold it up like a boombox.
I dig it. I mean, I'm still stuck on the Bespin droids and the fact that like every 4 years they come up with a new model, like a PS5.
Yeah.
Like this one has new sucking action.
Well, that's what I thought the fucks.
Yeah, the fuck 7 means all about. Yeah.
That's what the metaverse is going to be.
Yeah. It's going to be fucks 1 through 6.
Yep. We're just behind the times. We're not there yet.
So yeah, I don't even remember seeing those on shelves. Granted, that was 12 years ago, but
I don't remember fucking what I ate yesterday, let alone 12 years ago.
Yeah. So I picked it up for a really good deal. I got it for trade at one of our local media exchange stores, and I think I made out like a bandit, because looking on eBay, most of them are about $100 more than what this one was priced at. So
there you go.
Yeah, and then plus shipping, because that seems like a real nightmare to ship.
Oh my god, yeah, that thing would probably easily cost like $40 to ship.
Right, just because it's so long.
Yeah, that's not including like actually packaging it, like just
the
cost of like post.
Just the sheer size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you did let me guess, you'd send it UPS like I would, have if I was moving and paid like $5, then wondered why your shit was smashed, and then fight with them.
Granted, though, if you ordered that from AliExpress, they would probably just roll it up.
Yeah.
And put it in one of those little tube shippers.
Listen, I'm just saying.
It just roll that shit
Walmart
right up.
and Amazon are just as bad, and you still order from them.
Oh, yes, this is true.
But I have to remind you.
I'm sorry.
Is this what you get at Walmart or Amazon?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Sometimes.
Hell, there was one time during the
At
pandemic.
least with Amazon, you get it, it's flat, but at least you get it in a couple of days.
There was one time during the pandemic where, like, for whatever, like, when they were having all the random food shortages, where like this would be hard to get. All I wanted to do was make stuffed shells, and there was none in any of the grocery stores, so I ordered them on Amazon Prime. They fucking put that shit in a bubble mailer, and all my shells were smashed.
They say go stuff yourself.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually
So
how does that
that's-
happen? I don't know. Go
That's it for me.
Oh. Alright
Yeah.
then.
Don't seem so disappointed.
I know, I'm
It's
just
pretty
shocked
cool
because
shit.
like he had a lot of cool shit. He was just so used to him having like so many things that it's a
mean-
weird. I mean, his things were more expensive this time around, I think is why it was
Definitely.
probably the same amount of money.
Definitely.
It was just, instead of being spread out more, it was more condensed into cooler,
Well,
like,
yes.
bigger items that are harder to get. So like,
Yeah.
by no
Did
means
you-
am I dissing his stuff. I'm just
My question
surprised.
is, did you trade in anything at the media exchange place?
Yeah, some movies.
Oh, so that basically was free, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it wasn't real money.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Just gotta bring that bit back.
Oh yeah. Look at these cool little clear drumsticks I got in my He-Man set.
That's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
Jamar probably
I
had
have
those
no-
of his
I have
Last
no
Ronin,
rhythm.
but they probably fucking ripped in half.
Yeah.
And also,
I'm
for the
obviously not a
record,
drummer.
I-
I have no rhythm.
Jamar may complain that he is losing his box, but I'm giving him the box from mine to. so
Let's
he still has
clarify.
it.
I never thought the day would happen if we're talking about, marriages and proposals, but we're playing a game and Michael goes, so Jamar, you never answered me. Do you want my box? I don't know how to answer that question.
The
other
answer
than
is
yes.
always yes.
Yes, the answer.
You don't want to
Someone-
insult me.
Someone offers you their box, you say yes.
Yeah, you
Whether or not you have a private conversation later where you're like, hey man, I really appreciate that, I'm not really into it, but whatever. you want to salvage their feelings, so you say yes.
Yeah.
always say yes
Yes.
to the box.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the reason why it had to be like that is because I texted him earlier when he was showing this. I'm like, well, I was gonna keep the box, but I really don't have a need to, because I'm probably like, the Last Ronin's one of my fucking. We're in IDW now. I ain't gonna sell that, so you can have my
fair.
box if you want.
Well, I mean, if you do want to sell it, you can just, you can
Take
tap-
your smash
Take my box backs.
You can take my box. That was.
Yeah, I'm sure that will. I'm sure that will
It's-
go over well. Hey,
It's
I've
been
got
around
this
the block
figure
a little bit.
here's the box. It looks like I sat on it like 6 times.
So
Usually,
you
it's
can
like-
either have no box or this box.
exactly.
That's what Ali.
Either way, it's
Express
gonna.
told me.
It's gonna be-
Mr. Ali responded and said, "Didn't die on the way there."
Something tells me that the person that you offer that to will give you the same response as Jamar's guy and just be like, what do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? I'm just happy the figure is real. That's all I guess I could say. I'm just shocked that it's not a knockoff.
I figured
But,
it's
you
too
know,
it's
Well,
too soon
it's
for it to be
too
knockoff.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this was 6
Yeah,
months from
that's
now
fair.
and you were buying it on AliExpress, I'd be like, oh, bro, that's gonna be fake as fuck. But with it not even being in the States yet, I was like, there's no way it's gonna be fake.
those SH Figure Art turtles on AliExpress are pretty tempting at $12.
Until you get them, and then they're falling apart on your shelf, and you're like, oh yeah, best $12 I ever spent.
Yeah, it comes in a perfect box, then you pour it out.
Pour it out.
Wash
It's like
figure.
fucking cereal parts just come out.
Yeah.
Like, do you want some milk to go with your turtles there, Jamar?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I don't know why, but it reminds me of the nanny on 30 Rock. So what are we gonna do while eating an orange? Hopefully one of you gets that reference, because I didn't watch 30 Rock.
I do. That's it. You never watched 30 Rock?
Mm-mm. I heard it was
It's a
really
great- it's a
good,
great
but
show.
I one of the many shows that I need to go back and watch.
Yeah.
Just never did.
Yeah, it is really good. It is really good. Recent things aside, Alec Baldwin is incredible in that show.
I was like, wait, what happened on 30 Rock? And then I forgot all about.
I came across an old Facebook post I made.
Oh no!
That did not age well.
Oh no!
That said, it was from 6 years ago, and all it said was Alec Baldwin killed it tonight. And I saw that, and I was like, ooh.
Yikes!
You might want to delete that once we blow up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Someone will be like,
Yeah.
"This asshole thinks Alec Baldwin's cool for killing people."
Yeah. To be fair, I really did think he was cool. I liked him a lot, and then that happened, and I was like, "Oh, Alec, this is a tough one, buddy."
Yeah, this is hard to come back from. Sorry.
I don't know. You do a great Trump on SNL, but
I mean, technically, he was still in character because Trump did think that he could go and shoot somebody on Wall Street and get away with it. So
I don't know if anyone's ever brought that back up, and holy shit,
yeah,
that is
canceled.
Yep,
Modern Toy Fair canceled.
Wow.
Oh God.
But yeah, that old Facebook post did not age well. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But
yeah,
I guess it could have been worse.
Could have been.
Yeah,
it could have been from a year ago.
Yeah, could have been from a few weeks back.
Yeah.
I posted the status 3 weeks ago and it didn't age well.
Yeah.
As in, not enough people liked it. Let me.
Yeah.
Not that it was in poor taste.
You guys.
First of all, finally, I just want to mention, these joints are awesome. They really.
I thought you were talking about the articulation.
I thought he was the first two.
I looked up and I was like, "What?"
Nope.
Yeah, Mezco does one thing well. It's the accessories. If they ever ship their product.
Yeah. Oh, is that what these are? These are official Mezco
Yeah, those
ones?
are actually from Mezco. They came with their Pink Skull 3-pack. Some dude bought it and was partying it out, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't grab those figures, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want those, but I don't really need all of them.
Yeah.
And then you were down to split it, and Jarmar was like, I don't need them. So I was like, cool. Me and Nate will split it then.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't? Never mind.
I'm sorry. I assumed Jarmar would want them solely because at one point he said he wishes that he could have the Ninja Turtles smoking pot on his shelf. So I was like, oh, he'll be down for this. And then he was the one person who wasn't.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard for them to hold them in those weird.
No, because they come with the fingers that are like this. So just slide it right between.
Okay,
that's fair.
He probably threw
also,
those out.
Michael, you've never smoked a joint.
So doesn't mean I didn't think it was a cool accessory.
No, I'm just saying because.
Well, no, I was saying that was the only hand the turtles could hold it in. It was
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. To be in his defense, I also have that.
I didn't realize that's how it was.
So the most high motherfucker out of the three of us also has a guy.
That's pretty big. That's a pretty big joint.
That's not a great place to put anything.
What's the scale on the joint?
It's 1/12.
1/12.
It is a 1/12. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Yeah. You have to keep in mind it has the smoke effect coming off it.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I know it's not like a crinkly one at the end, like a cartoon.
It's also bent.
Cigarette.
It came from AliExpress.
Remember cigarettes were in commercials, or not in commercials, on cartoons?
Oh yeah, Bugs Bunny and shit.
I don't remember cigarettes being in commercials because that shit was done on TV by the time I was born.
All right.
Was there ever?
I
know. We had a nice pause there. Go ahead.
On that note, if you want to, I guess if you enjoyed this for some reason, follow us here on Twitch. If you want to see some more interesting videos like our weekly podcast, the reviews, top 10 lists, and Smash or Pass, and apparently a new episode of Woke or Nope based on some action figures that Nate bought this week, check us out, youtube.com/Modern Toy Fair. Check us out Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Modern Toy Fair. Check Jarmar out metal.tv/Jarmar Games. Nate, what do you got for us?
I do have a new podcast coming out this week. It is actually a dramatic retelling story. So this is kind of an interesting one. It's more of like an audio play. It is about the life and times and lonely death of the Marlboro Man, and you know, kind of tracing back from his early days on the back of TV Guide to the ads that used to be in Playboy and stuff like that. You know, really digging in deep to the life that this guy lived.
Alrighty.
I can't even tell if that's a joke, if it's like a legitimate real podcast.
I mean,
there really is. There really was it really could be. I could do it. I could do it.
I mean, most of the ones you come up with, you probably could do.
Probably.
Somebody
probably has.
If they haven't, then they're missing out on the mark there, because that's probably got more fucking money in it than this. If you're watching this on YouTube, click this week's review and last week's episode of the podcast down below. But that's gonna be it for this week. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.
I did it. I put everything together.
Why is he so fat?